Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has just dropped a new campaign flag. And if you're thinking it looks familiar, that's because it is. Donald Trump's campaign has been using variations of the same design since he ran for president back in 2016. But this blatant copying isn't new. DeSantis has been trying to be Trump's mini-me for years.
Let me just say, Mr. President, welcome home to Florida.
I really appreciate the kind words from the president.
I want to thank him for his support. I want to thank him for entrusting me. But let me tell you about the president.
Mr. President.
It's like a human sock puppet. The only platform DeSantis is running on is his close ties to Trump. And he knows this. He even released a parody ad about his love for the former president.
Ron loves playing with the kids.
Build the wall.
He reads stories.
Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired." I love that part.
He's teaching Madison to talk.
Make America great again.
Look, it's an open secret that DeSantis has set his sights on the White House, and he clearly thinks a Trump body hug is the way to get there. Joining me now is Fernando Armandi, MSNBC political analyst and the president of Ben Dixon and Armandi consulting firm. Thank you so much, Fernando. I'm very excited to have you on tonight. I'm going to start with this, and this is the thing that confuses me. What Ron DeSantis is doing right now is being governor of a state that had some of the worst COVID rates in the country, that still has some of the worst COVID rates in the country, is dealing with environmental issues on the coast. He has suppressed the vote immensely. Can you just tell me first, why is he so popular in Florida? Before we even talk about 2024, why is he so popular there?
Well, unfortunately, we've seen, Jason, over the last few years, Florida has become a lot more of a Republican state. And unfortunately, for a lot of Floridians, many of them are voting against not only their economic interests, but in the case of voting rights, their own ability to exert their perspectives and viewpoints. But, as you said, and as you just demonstrated, for Ron DeSantis, it's a very slippery slope because imitation, they say, is the most sincerest form of flattery. The problem for Ron DeSantis is that his imitation has become an impersonation, which to Donald Trump is starting to feel like competition. And as those that understand the Trump cult know, there can only be one cult leader at a time. And as quick as you can say, hang Mike Pence, as the insurrectionists did in the Capitol, turning on Donald Trump's ultra-loyal Mike Pence. If Donald Trump starts to believe that Ron DeSantis' Imitation Act becomes a challenge to his own ambitions to run for the nomination again in 2024, he will turn on him in a New York minute.
If I want a Donald Trump impression, I'll go to Alec Baldwin. I don't necessarily need to see it from a governor. And this is the second thing, Fernando, because I think this is key. So far, and I've argued this as a political scientist and as an analyst and as a journalist, Trumpism only really works for Donald Trump, right? Eric Greitens in Missouri was going to be the next Trump. It didn't work out for him. Trey Gowdy was going to be the next Trump. It didn't work out for him. Brian Kemp wanted to be the next Trump. It's like trying to find the next Jordan. We had to give up, and eventually there is no new Jordan. It's LeBron, right? Are these Republicans eventually going to figure out that you can't recreate the special sauce of a 30-year television tabloid career and recognize they're going to have to find their own path? Because if you have a choice between the real thing and the fake thing, I don't know how many Republicans are going to get that excited about Ron DeSantis.
Well, I think it's going to take seeing dozens, if not hundreds, of political careers going up in flames, trying to recapture that sui generis magic that only Trump himself can afford. But no, I don't think that's the case. And what's unique here is, look, for all of DeSantis's problems and challenges, he's a very cunning political person. As you laid out earlier, he rides into the governor's mansion in Florida strictly on his fealty and imitation act of Trump, and in essence won that support by kissing up to Trump all throughout the 2018 cycle. It was said he ran his campaign for governor out of the Trump Hotel in Washington. But he and the other contenders that are looking at the landscape understand that in the case of 2024, it's very precarious. And until an event happens that removes Trump from the scene, whether it be an indictment or some other thing that makes it impossible for him to run, he's going to have to play very coy here because, as I said earlier, Trump will turn on him in a dime as he's turned on every single other supporter of his in the Republican Party since he took it over in 2015.
And following up with that, do they have a close relationship? One of the things that's always been very clear about Donald Trump, unlike Bill Clinton, unlike Barack Obama. Barack Obama had Valerie Jarrett, and Karl Rove was with George Bush. It doesn't seem like Trump has friends and consigliaries. He doesn't have people that he mentors politically. So does Ron DeSantis think that he and Trump are actually buddies? I mean, are they, it's complicated on Facebook? Like, what's their actual relationship like other than Ron DeSantis running around in Trump cosplay?
Well, first we understand Donald Trump only has 3 very close friends, and they are me, myself, and I when he looks in the mirror every morning. There is no relationship that Donald Trump has with anyone, not even his own children, as we're starting to get a sense that he may quickly turn on them if they face legal pressure that might leak to him. But one of the worst kept secrets here in Florida politics is that all of the major Republican contenders all despise each other, whether it be Rubio, Rick Scott, Ron DeSantis, or Donald Trump. They're not at all close.
Battle Royale in Florida. Thank you so much, Fernando Armandi, for joining us on The Beat tonight. Oh, goodness, Florida.